Rebby, where are we?
Our new house.
No, a house that's gonna be similar to ours, right? Oh, we got some big updates, don't we, honey?
Oh, yes.
This house is looking a lot bigger. I'm gonna try to keep it semi-short for you guys, but we'll go into a detail of like a long detail of why we're switching our floor plan at the end of this. But in short, we have switched our floor plan and it's a lot different.
Yeah.
And there's several reasons for why.
Yep.
But we'll talk about it later. Yeah.
We're gonna go
We're gonna
check
show
out
you guys what the actual floor plan is gonna be.
This is the new floor plan. It's not exactly the same. There are minor differences in this floor plan versus what ours is.
Oh, there's coverings. Okay.
Ooh, nice flooring though.
Okay, so walking in, I might have to go on the other side. When you walk in, you walk straight ahead and you have the living room, you have a kitchen, you have the dining room here, and then you have a living room essentially right here. This is the this is the living room, and the family room is the other. I think they've turned this into an office though, obviously.
So for our plan, both of these walls are going to be closed off. So this is just going to be an open walkway. This room over here is going to have a door, and that's going to be Ryan's room. This over here is going to have French doors from the living room. Yep. And that's going to be more of a playroom space.
Yep, so we're gonna have French doors right here, which will be a playroom / homeschool room for the kids. Oh, this living room's big.
Yeah, it's massive.
It's massive. So this is the kitchen. There are a few different, the kitchen will be the same, not the colors, different colors, but we are moving this closet into here, so we're gonna make this room over here, Ren's room is gonna be a little bit smaller. What? I am pretty sure that, I don't know.
It'll basically be like right here.
Yeah, so it'll come into here. This will be a closet, and then we're gonna make it a walk-in pantry instead. Yeah. And then the door will be here.
But don't worry,
Rennie's
her room is still gonna be bigger than my room was growing up.
Yeah, I think it's still gonna be bigger than her last room at her last house.
Probably about to say.
Alrighty. So that'll turn into just a single door with a walk-in, which will be nice. And then this, I'm excited for because I have always wanted like a built-in kitchen seating area. And every house that we've ever looked at floor plan wise, or our last house, we could have built one in our last house, but it was not a rectangle shape, so it was just too much work to do it. And this one we can actually do it, but what I'm thinking is we'll probably just do a bench all the way across, and then we'll have a really long table and then have chairs on this side. So it'll be like half built in kinda. Oh, we are not gonna have a fancy back.
No.
Like here, we're gonna have a really big front deck. Oh, there, Rev, careful.
So we won't have this. Oh, this is nice. All
screened in. Yeah.
We're gonna have this. It's basically just gonna be a little stoop with stairs down.
But on the front of the house, because the front of the house is gonna actually be facing
the pasture.
The pasture. That's where we want our main deck to be, because we want to be able to like hang and just look at the horses or whatever. Eventually we'll see if, depending on where our septic field, we can build something on the back of the house too, to be able to like look at the mountains and stuff. But the front's gonna have, I think it's 26 by 10. I think is what he said. Deck. 28 by 10. Yep, your room will be right there to the left, Revy. Down there. Yep, go check it out.
It's small.
That's not small. No, it's not.
This is bigger than the room that you had.
Right now.
Yeah.
And then, I don't think it's bigger than the room she had before.
It's probably about the same size.
Yeah, maybe the same size as your last room.
Closet.
Yep. Then you guys have a little thing. Oh, so they moved this though to here, and ours, this closet is inside.
Oh.
Which I was gonna suggest moving out, but when they're teenagers, they'll have stuff that they want in the bathroom, like makeup and things, so we'll keep it there.
I could totally fit through that window.
Yeah, you could fit through that. Our sales guy, Ryan, was saying that, like Ryan, like we couldn't fit through the window, but a kid could. Ryan could fit through the window. Yeah, this will be Airy Bears. Focus.
Handprints.
Yeah.
Oh, they did ceiling fans in all these rooms.
Yeah. So then on our floor plan, there are not stairs here. This goes to a half bath. is what ours will be, and then this is the garage. We're gonna have a garage, hallelujah. This one's really high up. Ours will not be this significant of a difference. It's not small. This is pretty big.
That is actually pretty big.
I'm pretty sure it looks to be the same size as our last one.
Actually, I want to say, based on the front, this is wider than...
Our last one?
No, this is wider than our plan.
Oh.
Like, I think this is extended on it, but...
Oh, I gotcha. What?
We'd be able to keep our bikes on.
We're not gonna
Well, we're not gonna have stairs like this, honey. So this one has a bonus room upstairs, but we're not gonna have that. Like I said, it'll be a half bath, which will be really nice when the kids are like playing outside. They can come right in here. We're gonna have a wash basin right inside, outside this door here in the garage too. So that'll be really nice for washing dogs, which we're eventually gonna do like a dog wash station. And then it'll be nice for the kids to be able to clean out their feet or whatever. Then they can come and go to the bathroom right here. Then there's a laundry room right here off the master.
I'm pretty sure on the floor plan itself, it's the same as...
Oh, they changed it?
They changed this around.
Okay, so this is the master, which will be totally different. So we're gonna have a little, about 4.5 foot wide alcove right here. And that's where Ryan's desk and little office space will be. Then our bed will be here. Then our entrance to our bathroom will be kind of inset right here. And the closet will be right here. So this is, yeah, they did totally different. This is cool. The little built-ins down here. Really low though. Oh,
Well, that's
never
not
mind.
gonna stay
It's getting
down
picked
there.
up. It's just foam though.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be in the car.
They probably go in here.
Oh yeah,
They'll
dang.
go right in there.
Look at that.
But they'll get tiled out.
Yeah.
So that's the garage. Where are you going?
Oh, yeah, right. Come with me.
Okay.
Come here.
We're not gonna have this room, you know that, right?
No.
Okay. We're gonna have an extra bathroom for all the girls that are in our family. Wow, this is big.
Yeah.
It is big. So yeah, we're totally changing our floor plan. There were a multitude of reasons, and some of you guys mentioned some of the reasons. Oh, you know what? We didn't upgrade to the wooden pantry shelves. That's all right, we can do that. I've been seeing really cool DIY MDF coverings.
Also,
For
one
'em.
of the things we didn't talk about is backsplash.
One more change we forgot is it's kind of dark in this room, but it will be drastically different because we don't have this covered porch like they do, so less light is in. There's gonna be 3 windows here, so that'll be a ton of light. And then this is gonna have the French doors, which has windows in it obviously, so the window on the other side of the French doors will bring in light through here too. So there's gonna be a lot of light. It is like a month later and we're finally sitting down to talk in full about why we switched our house floor plan. I do want to give a disclosure. If your kids crying in the background, they are not being ignored. Today is grandma day, so they're downstairs with grandma. So they are being addressed. Essentially, there are a few things, and a couple of you mentioned one of them, which is adoption. You know, when we first decided, like, well, I don't know, what, 2 years ago or something like that, when we were thinking about even, you know, more seriously about moving onto land, we were like, well, we'll get a tiny house first, and then eventually we'll build our, like, forever home. And so even when we were looking at the house last year, or well now 2 years, the end of 2019, that one was like, what, 15,000 or 1,500 square foot house?
Yeah,
I think.
like that.
But we were only planning on living in that one for 2 years, and then we were going to sell that house and move to our like forever piece of land. And so we never were looking for homes with the intention of this is where we are forever. And so we kind of went into that with this same mindset this time around, not really thinking about the fact that the house we were building right now would be our forever house. Now I did in some aspects because I had like done additions like on my program where I designed houses before. I did additions to our last floor plan, so like if we wanted to add rooms later, we could. But it was just, you know, it wasn't making sense when we're looking at adopting maybe a year out from when we move in. It didn't make sense to not just build the house that we could live in forever from the get-go. So that was number one reason, and that was a few of you asked, were like, well, where are you gonna put the kids if you adopt? And yeah, living in a tiny house would be great, and I have no issue in like the the big picture of like living tiny house living even with multiple kids. However, when you adopt or you foster to adopt, you have to have a certain amount of space per kid or they will not let you. So what you do after you adopt your children is up to you, but we also plan to adopt long term. We've talked about you know, fostering to adopt teenagers once our kids are older. So it's just something that tiny living wasn't conducive with kind of our long-term goal and our long-term plans. And then we moved here where the kids were forced to share rooms. How's that gone, honey?
Splendid. Not splendid.
Not splendid.
Not splendid at all. It's been chaotic at best.
You guys have known we've tried to get like Rev and Ari to share for a while in our last house, and it always ended in like a few months of just stress, and then we'd separate them again. And thankfully, back then we had the ability to have 3 rooms for the kids.
Right. Here we don't.
No, here we don't at the moment. So we've had to figure out how to get the kids to share. And part of the issue with that is we don't really go into detail like our kids' medical stuff anymore, and I'm still not going to. But the main basis of we have neurodiversity in our home, and so it goes beyond just typical, your kid just needs to learn to share. There are certain things with having kids that are neurodiverse that it's just not going to happen, and they need to have their own space. And so you know, maybe when they're older and they learn better coping skills and stuff like that, it could work. But at this age, it's just something that isn't going to work and isn't the best for them either. So that was another thing, and that's actually what really pushed us to look into expanding and making sure we had a room for each child. But yeah, that's kind of like the general basis of why we switched. You know, it isn't as like, whoa, we're ending up with the same floor plan of the house that we almost lost. But again, when we were going into this, we weren't thinking about the fact that this is our forever house.
Yeah, and the fact that, yeah, it is our forever house, and we need to think not just about what works for us right now and for the next few years, but what works for us long term. And like one of the things in the first house was there's only 2 bathrooms, and we were even contemplating with this new floor plan removing a bathroom, so it would still only be 2 bathrooms.
Yeah.
But as we start thinking about, okay, we've got 3 girls when they're teenagers and they've got friends, you know, it makes sense to have that 3rd bathroom, that half bath.
We didn't have a garage.
Different things like that. We didn't have a garage, which, yeah, I mean,
we can make it work.
We can make it work without a garage, but
that was where our kids hung out most of the time.
In the winter, they go play in the garage. They can ride their bikes in there. You know, just additional storage space. I mean, the goal is not to need storage space, especially after this this stint of living in this house.
Get ready when we move into this new house, because I think we're ready to just about throw everything away.
Yeah.
We don't want it anymore.
There's just too much stuff everywhere. But obviously, with this change, going to a larger floor plan that has, you know, more stuff, all of the super nice, fancy upgrades that we were doing in the original house, we will not be doing a majority of them. Some of them still we're able to do within budget, and then actually there are some things like black fixtures, like black lighting, black faucets and all that stuff. When we were talking with the builder for the first house, again, same builder, when we were talking in terms of the first house, they didn't have any of those black fixture options available.
It took him weeks just to get answers, and it was like way more money to pay for it, which we decided to because we could afford it with the smaller house. And this time around, though,
and since then they've now made some of those things just standardly available as options, so that reduces the price there, which, you know, makes that easier. Actually, a lot of those options are basically just, hey, choose either or without necessarily a price upgrade. So it seems like some of the work we did up front may have still proven beneficial for us.
We are still going to have our 9-foot ceilings. We're still going to have the luxury vinyl plank throughout the entire house. That was something that, after living here on the farm and how much dirt and stuff there is, having carpet when you live on a farm is like a disaster waiting to happen. Like, highly recommend against because there's just so much dirt and stuff that it would just ruin your carpets. Like, so that was something we weren't going to give up. But yeah, so we still got a lot of like the things that we really wanted. Yeah. But a lot of like the added things that are just like, oh wow, I didn't think we'd be able to get that. That's the stuff that we're not getting. So yeah, we definitely had to sacrifice some things, but it's totally worth it for like the long-term goal and what's better for the kids, what's better for our sanity too, and for just like long-term what our vision is and what we want for our family. So yeah.
But it is still a ranch, and it's going to be splendid, no stairs or anything, so. Still
a ranch, thank goodness. And with the new shape of the house, we were able to shift it with the garage now. We were able to shift the house over, which means, because before we were going to plan to add a garage later, and so we had to leave room for that. And so we had to have the house shifted further over, but now that the garage is attached to it, we can shift the house, and now we also have hopefully less in foundation in the footings, because it's not as slanted over there too. So it's actually kind of worked out in several ways. Well, that is it. If you guys have, maybe we should do like a new house Q&A or something. I need to do a video showing you guys all like the finishes that we chose. And so that will be coming. I'm probably gonna include it in like our like room design plans video, because I don't have a ton of footage from the design studio, so I'll probably include it in that. But if you guys have any other questions, leave them down below, and if we get enough, we can just do like a new house Q&A or something. But we will see all of your wonderful faces in our next video.
Bye.